Good evening and welcome to the first ever and hopefully only virtual awards night for the California School of the Arts, San Gabriel Valley. I want to give a heartfelt round of applause for the incredible performance you just witnessed. That was Alec Reyes, a junior in the Winds and Jazz Studies program, the first California School of the Arts San Gabriel Valley student to make it into an all-state honor group playing Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. Just spectacular. I'd now like to bring to the screen my most amazing co-hosts, your incredible administration team, Dr. Cook, Mrs. Reed, and Mrs. Miller. How you guys doing? Welcome. Well, this is certainly not the way in which we would choose to host this event. But nonetheless, if there's anything I've learned in these past 2 months, it is that our community is resilient and we press on. These times have been incredibly challenging in different ways and scenarios for our community, and we acknowledge that our lives have taken on a massive, massive interruption. The class of 2020 has been seriously impacted, and tonight we recognize what this has all meant for them.
So many performances and magical moments have been robbed from us, but we are hopeful that tonight will bring you, as us, some collective joy. Tonight we are excited to spend some well-deserved time honoring those who have demonstrated the true nature of what it means to embody the 5 pillars of culture here at our beloved school, as well as the many students who have achieved accolades and honors in pursuing their academic and artistic goals.
We also get to hear from some of our students as they reflect on this year and their time at CSArts-SGV, and to thank the many students who participated in this ceremony by submitting speeches, submitting performance work, and ultimately inspiring us to just keep showing up every day. We also want to preemptively thank those that made this production possible, including Josh Kaufman at Director's Cut Productions and the entire marketing team from our CSArts-SGV Foundation office. Additionally, we want to applaud the incredibly hardworking conservatory chairs and directors who have literally moved mountains to make distance learning a possibility during these last 9 weeks of school. Their creativity and pursuit of excellence were demonstrated again and again during these trying times.
And lastly, before we get started, we wanted to take a bit of a pause and recognize the incredible work of our teachers and staff. We have 48 academic and elective teachers and over 160 conservatory teachers, along with about 30 staff members, who transformed our school seemingly overnight and launched it into the unknown with passion, long hours, perseverance, and amazing strength of conviction for the job they love the most. They continue to show up and reach out every day, and we, as an administrative team, could not be more uplifted by their daily demonstration of love for their students and this community. Teachers and staff, we thank you.
Okay, now that we're all crying, one more incredibly important shout out. Parents, we don't even really know what to say to you. We see you, we feel your strength and your fight. Thank you for entrusting us with your kids this year and for holding down the fort since March. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, on to the awards.
Please welcome Mr. Jeffrey Bowman and Ms. Ann Kim, our leadership advisors.
Good evening. We have the pleasure of introducing the 2020 Leadership Seniors. The mission of the leadership class is to create a memorable experience for all students on campus, to promote unity and school spirit, and to grow as student leaders. These students strive to ensure positive change and provide a support system for the entire CSArts community.
Our award is the recognition of the hard work that our seniors have put in over the years. Each senior has been given a cord that aligns with their class color to show the spirit each one of them has brought to the school, and a 2020 charm to signify their class. Our seniors this year are
Leah Braithwaite,
Kaylin Chawley,
Gabby DiCarlo,
Malia Edwards,
Gina Gallego,
Nix Garcia,
Dorian Guerrero,
Jeremy Shao,
Malia Jost,
Bella Lucero,
Megan Louie,
Genesis Ortega Cruz,
Aaron Pollard,
Ariana Rosales,
and Jordan Spinella.
These students have gone above and beyond what has been asked of them during their time at CSArts, and their legacy will be remembered.
Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. We are so proud of you, and we hope you continue to be leaders wherever you go.
Congratulations, leadership students. What a special bunch of kids you are. You will be sorely missed by all of us here at CSArts. And now, please welcome Mr. Michael Turf.
Hello, everyone. As the advisor of two of the academic and service-based organizations here at CSArts, San Gabriel Valley, the National Honor Society, and the California Scholarship Federation, I send a heartfelt message of pride to all of our members who are continuing service projects for their communities, even during this time of quarantine and physical distancing. Today, I have the honor of recognizing 34 graduating seniors who have successfully completed their requirements to become lifetime members and graduate with NHS and CSF honors. NHS and CSF students have continuously dedicated themselves through their academic and service efforts during their time at CSArts to embrace the 4 core values of NHS and CSF. Each student demonstrated their ability to cultivate and promote leadership on campus and in their home and school communities. Each student maintained the minimum 3.5 cumulative GPA, which serves as the foundation of membership into NHS and CSF, focusing not just on achieving a grade, but demonstrating a commitment to the mastery of learning and knowledge. Collectively this year, NHS and CSF students have completed over 3,700 hours of community service to engage with their communities and ask themselves, how can I serve? Instead of, what can I get? Finally, these students, through their commitment to their communities, demonstrated integrity and character to stand up for what is right and speak truth to power. With great pleasure, I congratulate these 34 NHS and CSF seniors who I confidently can say will go and make a difference in this world. Congratulations to April Anderson, Aaliyah Brathwaite, Layla Cooper, Malia Edwards, Adali Fernandez Orozco, Gina Gallego, Nix Garcia, Erica Gonzalez Clark, Dorian Guerrero, Ella Guidry, JJ Guidry, Jeremy Shao, Millette Inda, Malia Jost, Brandon Karagosian, Emily Lamb, Diane Lee, Celine Lozano, Bella Lucera, Megan Louis, Michaela Medina, Angelica Montre, Brisa Para, Lily Penner, Aaron Pollard, Evelyn Ricon, Ariana Rosales, Isabella Sanford, Leslie Ann Marie Segovia, Noelle Tessier, Samantha Ung, Karen Valencia Rojas, Laura Villasenor, and Caroline Wong. These students will also be recognized at graduation with their blue NHS stools and gold CSF cords, and will receive special recognition on their diplomas to carry in their future endeavors. These students will also be lifetime members to continue their ongoing responsibility and commitment to leadership, scholarship, service, and character. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
And thank you, Mr. Turf. And now, please welcome our yearbook advisor, Ms. Jane No.
Hello, my name is Jane No, and I am the yearbook advisor of the CSArts-SGV Stargazer yearbook. This year, I have the privilege of recognizing the senior members of our yearbook staff. Now, people don't realize that yearbook does indeed take an entire year to create. And in this year in particular, we've spent over 12 months, yes, over a year, working on the 2020 yearbook. These students have to attend events both on and off campus to capture those moments in photos. They also spend a lot of time interviewing students, both during their class period and also during lunch. And we also spend a lot of Friday afternoons staying late on campus to continue to work on the creation of the yearbook. Not only is Yearbook just about taking photos and interviewing people, but it's about telling the story of the entire student body, including people that they may not have known about until they joined Yearbook. They have to choose the photos that go in the book, they have to write the captions and the headlines, and they also have to design the pages in a way that makes a cohesive book that tells the story of the year. This year, their theme that they chose was Room for Everyone, No Room for Boring. And who knew it would become so relevant to our student body this year? Honestly, they probably spend more time on the yearbook than they're willing to admit. In particular, one of our seniors, Diane Lee, spent 384 hours and 52 minutes on the yearbook creation website. That doesn't include the time that she took planning or gathering the content for those pages. In these unprecedented times, their commitment to the project and to the yearbook itself are both more important than ever. The job of the yearbook staff is to capture the memories and to tell the stories of both the extraordinary and the everyday occurrences that make this year unique. Especially for our seniors, in the midst of their senior highlight events being postponed and for many of those ultimately canceled, these seniors adapted to working remotely to continue telling the story of the year. This 2020 yearbook is going to be a treasured keepsake for years to come. Today, it's a reminder of the days your classmates got to spend together, and a snapshot of those moments that we so often take for granted. Years from now, it'll stand as a testament of this historical period in our lives. So I want to take this time to recognize the senior members of the Stargazer yearbook staff, Charlie Kopel, Diane Lee, and Brisa Para. Thank you for being amazing storytellers. At graduation, these seniors will be wearing a white cord to represent their contributions to the yearbook.
Thank you, Yearbook, for all of your hard work this year. And now, let's hear from our school counselors as they present the Biliteracy Seals of Recognition.
Good evening. The Biliteracy Seal is a state and national recognized award for students who have successfully completed 4 years of the same world language and maintained a 3.0 or higher in their world language, or for students who have demonstrated mastery in a world language by earning a passing score on the AP or the SAT subject test in a world language. These students will earn a gold insignia on their CSArts-SGV diplomas, and they will also be presented with a Biliteracy Seal medallion to wear at graduation.
Achieving the Biliteracy Seal of Recognition is a huge honor, and we are so excited to congratulate those of you who put in the extra work to get there. We are also proud that more and more students at CSArts are earning this award each year.
This year's recipients of the Biliteracy Seal of Recognition are Yvette Aguilar for Spanish, Isabella Bahamondes for Spanish, Isabella Calderon for Spanish, Areli Fernandez Orozco for Spanish, Gina Gallego for Spanish, Nix Garcia for Spanish, David Gonzalez for Spanish, Ella Guidry for Mandarin, Jordan Guidry for Mandarin, Joanna Hernandez for Spanish, Brandon Karagosian for Spanish, Masood McLeod for Spanish, Enrique Morales for Spanish, Genesis Ortega Cruz for Spanish, Ariana Rosales for Spanish, Isabella Sanford for Spanish, Caitlin Valencia for Spanish, Karen Valencias Rojas for Spanish. Please join me in congratulating these seniors.
And now, please welcome Senora Nelson.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Nelson, and I am the sponsor of the Hispanic Honor Society chapter at CSArt, Nueve Musas. This chapter was recently created, and students were inducted in February of 2020. The two students that are going to be honored tonight are Natalia Bugarin and Erika Gonzalez Clark. These two students are the first seniors that are going to graduate with the honor of the court. And in this event, I want to recognize them because of getting up to the last stage of our Spanish program at CSArt, Spanish for Honors and AP, and also because of being so dedicated for us. Chicas, espero que tengan mucha suerte en el futuro. Les doy este premio en el nombre de sus compañeros de la Sociedad 9 Musas y espero que tengan mucha suerte en el futuro. Recuerden el lema de la sociedad, todos a una. Adiós.
Wonderful. Congratulations to all our honored students thus far. Well done, everyone. The Valedictorian with Distinction Award is given to those seniors who have achieved an academic GPA of 4.5 and above. Last year, we were amazed to have one senior achieve this difficult award. We are proud, incredibly proud, to announce this year that we have 3 seniors eligible for this award. Please join us in recognizing the California School of the Arts San Gabriel Valley's 3 valedictorians with distinction. They are Jeremy Shao, Brandon Karagosian, and Megan Louie. Congratulations, students. We are so proud of you.
The Valedictorian Award is given to those seniors who have achieved an academic GPA between 4.0 and 4.5. The class of 2020 has 26 students that are eligible for this distinction. Please join us in recognizing CSArts-SGV's class of 2020 valedictorians. They are Katia Choi, Quinn Davis, Areli Fernandez Orozco, Gina Gallego, David Gonzalez, Erica Gonzalez Clark, Ella Gidry, Malia Jost, Shannon Kennedy, Allison Coe, Emily Lamb, Samantha Lee Baladejo, Masood McLeod, Michaela Medina, Angelica Moncher, Hazel Asuna, Brisa Para, Lillian Penner, Ariana Rosales, Isabella Sanford, Noel Tessier, Matthew Thayer, Samantha Ung, Karen Valencia Rojas, Laura Villaseñor, and Caroline Wong. Wow, what an incredible accomplishment. Congratulations again.
The Salutatorian Award is given to those seniors who have achieved an academic GPA between 3.75 and 3.99. The class of 2020 has 12 students that are eligible for this distinction. Please join us in recognizing CSArts-SGV's class of 2020 salutatorians. They are April Anderson, Sophia Clem Whitting, Joseph DeGroot, Malia Edwards, Dorian Guerrero, Jordan Gidry, Milette Inda, Diane Lee, Krista Luke, Lucy Nortman, Diana Placencia, and Leslie Ann Marie Segovia. Well done, everyone. Now please welcome our first student speaker.
We are California School of the Arts, San Gabriel Valley, and we are catalysts. Because of the teachers, students, and staff here, my life and the lives of hundreds of young people have changed. 2.5 years ago, not unlike most freshmen, I came into high school nervous. I had been homeschooled my entire life and had never stepped foot onto a school campus. But Thankfully, my fears were soon to be proven unnecessary. The atmosphere was unlike anything I had ever experienced. The colors, the smiles, the buzz in the air. This was soon to be my second home. And to this day, I continue to be impressed with the atmosphere on this campus, the standards we hold ourselves to, and the grace with which our teachers and staff prepare us to encounter the world. On August 13th, 2017, I walked into my classes unsure of what I wanted to do in the world, of who I wanted to be. But soon, even sooner than I expected, I would learn that I love academics. And then, over the past 2.5 years, I found out that my passion is teaching. More than I can even explain, teaching is what I love to do. That moment when a student goes from confusion to understanding, answering incredible questions, and adapting explanations to the mind and level of understanding of each student. That is why I love to teach, and that is why I see a future for myself in teaching. But how did I get here? Well, teachers and staff supported me by mentoring me, listening to my questions, and facilitating my teaching goals. Students helped me by encouraging me along the way, working alongside me, and challenging me to improve myself. Now, every day, I get to learn from some of the greatest teachers in the universe. Every afternoon, I get to embrace my artistic nature and create. And every evening, with the support of my peers, teachers, and staff, I get to do what I love, teach. For the past year, I've had the incredible opportunity to tutor some amazing students, and I'm so beyond grateful. CS Arts has not only changed the trajectory of my life for the better, but has encouraged me to grow in my personal ability to relate to the world around me. Without CS Arts, I would likely still be unsure of my direction in life, of who I wanted to be. But with CS Arts, I have found my passion and I have grown to be a more mature and welcoming person. So I say thank you, teachers and staff. Thank you, students and parents. And most of all, thank you, CS Arts.
Hi, my name is Lauren Langley, and I am a sophomore in the Musical Theater Conservatory. CS Arts is a huge part of my life. I know this is not news to any of you listening because CS Arts is a huge part of your life too. But this is not just lip service. Without CS Arts, I don't know what I would be doing or even where I would be going to high school. You see, I went to a private school through 8th grade and then had to make a decision about where to go for high school. I had friends who were talking about this new art school that was opening up in Dorday, but I didn't even know what an art school was, let alone whether it would be a good fit. When I was young, I dreamt about being an actor and a singer, but I had no idea how to pursue my dreams. I had some experience doing theater in middle school, and that provided a spark that this could be something I wanted to do professionally. Then I found out about CS Arts. My parents signed up for one of the preview days, and I was nervous. Was this really happening? Would I like what they were offering? Would they like me? And then I walked onto campus. I met Dr. Wallace and some of the teachers, was introduced to the conservatory leaders, and interacted with current and prospective students. My heart was set. As I was dreaming of all the potential techniques and experiences I would have in conservatory, my parents were impressed by the focus on the academic side. Leaving the preview day, my head was spinning. Would it be? Could it be? Had I found my high school? My parents encouraged me to apply and go through the tryout and interview process, and I am grateful for them and all they have done to push me to join the CS Arts family. I will never forget the day I received the letter that I was accepted. My life was forever changed. When I arrived for the first day of school, I was both excited and nervous. I think whenever you have such a change of circumstances as going to a new school, it's normal to be nervous. And I was no different. But here's the best thing about CS Arts, the inclusive community. When I walked through the gates, I was immediately welcomed and all those nerves melted away. This was the first day at a new school for many students, but there was a party going on. I saw people greeting others while new people were getting acquainted with their fellow classmates. I was literally blown away. It was so nice coming to a new school and feeling included by everyone. I was fortunate to make friends quickly, especially the teachers. And that is a feeling that so many of us share. At CS Arts, we are always looking out for each other and someone is always there to help you. If I ever had a question, I knew I could go to any teacher, administrator, or student leader and they would be happy to help. It's such a calming feeling knowing I can walk up to literally anyone on campus and ask for help. From the clubs to class competitions, from dance to creative writing to musical theater, late nights and early mornings, and the special events like winter formal and prom, there is something for everyone. The dynamic of the school is so inviting. I'm sad for anyone that doesn't get this kind of high school experience. CS Arts has taught me so much, but the number one lesson I have learned is that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be yourself and to be who you are. I'm truly blessed to be going to a school like CS Arts. I know everyone here worked hard to get into this school and is still working hard to perfect their craft. That is the true gift of CS Arts. Having teachers and students all devoted to each other and their craft is what makes CS Arts special to me.
The next portion of our award ceremony is our Pillars of Achievement Awards. We'd like to again welcome our incredible school counselors, Ms. Mindy Sharoma, Ms. Vicky Shu, and Ms. Emily Amsler. These awards recognize students whose character traits, daily decisions, and unique personalities have so importantly contributed to the success of our new and beloved school. So with that in mind, we celebrate students who exemplify our school's cultural pillars. As a reminder, our pillars of culture are welcome, do no harm, choice words, it's never too late to learn, and the best school in the universe. These awards are given to both high school and middle school students based on a nomination form that students and staff fill out. Students, if you are recognized tonight, we will have your award available for you to pick up in early June. Details about that are to follow.
The first award is the exemplary embodiment of the Welcome Pillar Award. These students have demonstrated to students, staff, and entire CS Arts community a positive and welcoming attitude in multiple ways. They are aware of others' social and emotional needs and are an empathetic listening ear. These students work hard to blend the us versus them mentality typical of a high school campus, reaching out and building relationships with students from different conservatories, different friend groups, different grade levels, and between students and staff, teachers, and administration. From the 8th grade, this award goes to Abby Miller, Sydney Tsai, Sophia Thompson. From the 9th grade, this award goes to Tatiana Bovia. From the 10th grade, this award goes to Lauren Langley. From the 11th grade, this award goes to Martha Caballero, Janae Holster, Melissa Tran. And from the senior class of 2020, this award goes to Malia Edwards, Malia Jost, and Brandon Karagosian. Congratulations to this amazing and welcoming group of students.
Our next award is the exemplary embodiment of the Do No Harm Pillar Award. These students have demonstrated kindness and compassion at every turn. They live by a set of ethical standards that make them models of good character. These students work to repair broken relationships and help to restore harmony in their peer groups and classrooms. From the 8th grade, this award goes to Jane McClure, Grace Rupert, and Charlotte Strafford. From the 9th grade, this award goes to Serenity Guerrero. From the 10th grade, This award goes to Hannah Hardy, Natalie Holtgren, Nico Poli, Maggie Rico, Joseph Rosales, and CJ Safford. From the 11th grade, this award goes to Vicari Ben, Callista Bennett, Gianna Garcia, Talia Mason, Olivia Mead, Elle Pearson, Alec Reyes, Angel Ruiz, and Serafini Wang. And from the senior class of 2020, this award goes to Jordan Guidry. Congratulations to this amazing and kind group of students.
Our next award is the Exemplary Embodiment of the Choice Words Pillar Award. These students have invested in using positive language in their daily interactions with students and staff. They choose their words carefully, and they are aware of the impact words can have on others. These students strive to create a culture on campus where tolerance and love reign supreme. From the 8th grade, this award goes to Vanessa Edwards, Jamie Hughes, Camilla Leva, Evan McIntosh, Felicity Robles. From the 10th grade, this award goes to Taylor Buck, Kate Heffernan, Kiana Wang, Mia Matsumune, Alec Muniz, Lana Stone, Michael Vasquez. From the 11th grade, this award goes to Brenna Corcoran, Haley Fort, Helio Ludi, Sage Saling, Chris Telias, Eli Torres, Lola Villarreal. And from the senior class of 2020, this award goes to Ella Guidry, Masood McLeod. Congratulations to this amazing and thoughtful group of students.
Our next award is the Exemplary Embodiment of the It's Never Too Late to Learn Pillar Award. These students have embraced the concept of a growth mindset, of learning, embracing mistakes, and failure as a part of the learning process. These students take risks in their learning, ask questions, self-advocate, and teach others to do the same on a regular basis. These students have increasingly transformed into all-around gritty student learners whose persistence in learning is to be commended. From the 7th grade, this award goes to Zoe Abogado and Sophia Gutierrez. From the 8th grade, this award goes to Maya Lawrence. From the 9th grade, this award goes to Soren Jayawira. From the 10th grade, this award goes to Andrew Garcia, Sam Goldwhite, Arjun Lakshman, and Megan Ryan. From the 11th grade, this award goes to Jenny Austin, Tiffany Chang, Christian Dory, Reese Fong, and Valerie Kuo. And from the senior class of 2020, this award goes to Vanessa Gomez, Erica Gonzalez Clark, Dorian Guerrero, Celine Lozano, and Genesis Ortega Cruz. Congratulations to this amazing and diligent group of students.
Our next and final award is the Ambassador of the Best School in the Universe Award. Every year, we award one student this top honor, but we saw something quite remarkable this year. In the polling we collected, there was a virtual tie across 4 different high school students, and so why not recognize them all? The winners of the Ambassador of the Best School in the Universe Award are, in 10th grade, Jasmine Curry. In 11th grade, Ella Beyer. Also in 11th grade, along with being the first person ever to win this award back in 2018, Audrey Say. And finally, in our senior class of 2020, Ariana Magana. Congratulations to this incredible group of students.
Our next speaker is an amazing face on our campus, and our students have grown to love him. However, he is leaving this year, at the end of the year, to pursue a doctorate on a full scholarship at Northwestern University. He's been here since the start of our school. He started the instrumental music program for us, and students have grown to love him. He's done amazing things. Our students sound phenomenal because of Jeff Desserriere. Please join me in welcoming him.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Desserriere, and I have had the honor of leading the Instrumental Music Conservatory for the past 3 years. Tonight, there are many accomplishments to be proud of. Pride is a powerful thing, especially when there's something you can be legitimately proud of. In its most virtuous form, pride is a positive force of motivation and belief. When I graduated from high school, I can assure you that everyone was quite knowledgeable of my ego. I was the drum major of the Monsoon Marching Corps for 2 years. I was first chair alto saxophone in the symphonic band. I was first chair oboe in the wind ensemble. I was a teacher's pet. I was on the homecoming court twice. I was on prom court my senior year. I was a big fish in a small pond. Even saying that has a hint of ego in it, but I share that with you because I didn't necessarily work hard for any of those achievements. In a lot of ways, I was quite unremarkable in high school. I had a mediocre GPA. I didn't study for anything. I was a procrastinator and still am. I took one AP class but never took the exam. I didn't really know what hard work was. Fast forward to my first year of college at Cal State Long Beach. I remember going into my first lesson with one of my professors, and he said to me, "Jeff, what career in music do you want?" I said, "I want to be a conductor." His response was, now keep in mind this was my first college lesson ever. His response was, "That will never happen. You should rethink your ambitions." The rest of my undergrad experience was a series of humbling experiences. I failed my first class ever in my life. It was my 8 a.m. music theory class. I crumbled under the pressure of juries and rarely left them feeling accomplished, even if I got an A. And I was surrounded by plenty of musicians who were better than me. It was clear that I had grown accustomed to things being easy. And when real challenges were thrown my way, I struggled to do the real work. And it was through those experiences where I did not feel a sense of pride in myself. I learned to doubt myself, and the feeling of doubt populated my thoughts for most of my undergraduate experience. By the time I started grad school, I had grown quite a bit, but still struggled with doubt. I actually had a similar experience to my first college lesson. One night, I had been up late in the grad office and left a bunch of music laying out on the floor, and my office was in disarray. The director of the conservatory, who I considered to be a mentor, had seen the state of my office the next morning and immediately called me into her office. Upon meeting with her, she walked me back to my office, pointed to the mess, and said, "Jeff, this is unacceptable. If this work you're doing is an example of what your life looks like, you better fix it now, or you won't have one." The doubt crept back in. I struggled through completing my master's degree, but before I did, a remarkable thing happened. The same person who showed doubt decided to pull me aside one day. She apologized for the way she handled that situation. She never apologized for the lesson itself, but instead repackaged it in a gift of belief. She believed that I could do better. And until her untimely death in 2018, Dr. Carolyn Bremer's way of motivating me was through belief. Fast forward to the opportunity of a lifetime, starting my own program here at CSArts. Year one was a struggle, not unlike the struggle I had felt in college. I was better at managing doubt, but it was still there, and there were plenty of people who shared their doubt of me with me. And I, in turn, would show that doubt to my students. And I could see myself becoming more like that first college professor. I left year one rather unfulfilled and feeling unaccomplished. I was not going to give up on this place, but if there were ever a moment where I felt like I might, it was then. It wasn't until I experienced the cycle of belief that my life and the lives of my students began to change. The cycle of belief happens in 4 stages. 1, the amount of belief you have determines your potential. 2, your potential determines the amount of action you take. 3, the actions you take determine the results. And 4, the results determine your belief in yourself and others. Now, I need to make it clear that doubt wasn't running rampant on our campus. But if you don't believe in yourself, it's hard to acknowledge when others believe in you, and therefore hard for you to believe in others. I am fortunate to have worked with colleagues and parents and students here at CSArts who are stronger than me and would not let me doubt myself or doubt the work we were all doing. They began the cycle of belief, and when I was able to recognize it and see it, I jumped on board. Once the cycle was in full motion, we were all able to acknowledge our work, the real work. Because believing in yourself and others is the real work. It is really easy to doubt, but it takes hard work to believe in others. But here at CSArts, I learned that doing the hard work of believing in one another leads to a sense of accomplishment and a feeling of real pride. And upon my departure, I find solace in knowing that what we have accomplished here is the real work. And it is that real work that we can all be proud of and continue to believe in. I am grateful for many things and people here at CSArts, but I am most grateful to this place for sharing with me the value of belief. Thank you. And now, I would like to introduce our next 2 student speeches.
Good evening. My name is Danielle Alhuay, and I'm a junior in the Instrumental Music Conservatory. Challenges. Challenges are something we will always endure. And although I have somehow gotten through each and every one of the challenges I have been through, I've never really known how to be ready for one. At least not until the best school in the universe came into my life. Many of us may not realize that there's a difference between getting through a challenge and being ready for one. For some of us, it's because anything related to the word challenge inflicts a sort of fear or terror we don't want to go through. Or maybe it is because we are hesitant and worried about how things will turn out or come into play. Regardless, we know challenges will always be headed our way and cross our paths. So the question is, how can we be ready for one? Let me first share one of the biggest challenges I have faced throughout my time at CSArts. When CSArts opens its doors for the very first time, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to get a fresh start. A brand new start for me meant that I could change the person I was before into somebody I believed would be better. This was something I hoped would make me think I'm good enough. I entered high school not knowing what to expect from an art school. Then the time had come where we had to introduce ourselves and those, "Hi, my name is" presentations. I remember telling my Block 5 class and teacher, Mr. Y, to call me L. And honestly, I thought I was on to something. However, deep down inside of me, I knew I was making a grave mistake. So I took a deep breath and realized the new community I was surrounded by. Everyone there was unexpectedly cordial, so why was I trying to hide my true self from these amazing people? Therefore, I realized I faced my first challenge at this new school. But this challenge was very different from all the ones I had experienced in the past. It was only a few days later when I realized that the people around me were accepting me for who I truly was. I felt like I was at home. And from then on, I knew CSArts would challenge my previous mindset. There would be more challenges ahead, of course, but when those times came to pass, my fear had all but disappeared. I came to know I would learn something new each time I faced a challenge. I can now see, due to my time here, that this concept of learning something new does not only apply to students, but to the entire community around us. As you may have heard, my amazing instrumental music director, Jeffrey DeSarrier, will be attending Northwestern University next fall under a full-ride scholarship for conducting. When I first heard the news, I was devastated because I felt like I was not only losing a friend, but a great role model as well. He told us that if he did not accept this opportunity, he'd be showing the students the wrong example of not following our dreams. And later on, he had told me that tough decisions are made to get to where you want to be. This further strengthened my belief that CSArts was helping the entirety of our community reach for the sky. Although it took many tears to take this news in, I remember what CSArts has been preparing all of us for. Ever since I faced my first challenge here, I realized that this school has gotten me to where I wanted to be, that this school has helped me achieve my goals and helped me learn the value of failing. In order to be ready for challenges, I needed that ambition and learning experiences, and luckily CSArts gave me that opportunity. Whether it was retaking a quiz until I got a perfect score in Mr. Muhammad's class, or whether it was me who was trying to follow my dreams, I have learned from each of my challenges throughout my time at the school. Even during my weakest points, when I felt like I wanted to give up because of the many obstacles on the road, the people here continued to believe in me. And guess what? I continued to grow. I continued to learn. Class of 2020, I know all of you are facing many challenges at this time due to COVID-19. And I've heard from some of you that you are anxious for the next chapter of your lives. But I hope my story of overcoming challenges helps you know that you have learned something new every day, and that those things can be used in your potential future, your enormously bright future. Challenges are something we all as humans must always face in order to pursue our dreams and goals. CSArts has gotten me through many of these challenges, and now I know I will be ready to take on the next one ahead of me. So if there is anything I want you all to remember after listening to this, I want you to remember this. Do not be afraid of a challenge. In fact, be ready for one. I can guarantee that you will learn something new each time. And remember, by getting through a challenge and learning from one, you can get closer to where you ultimately want to be. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Risha. I'm in the 9th grade acting conservatory, and this past school year marked the start of something new for me. I never saw myself going to an art school. I'd always been interested in acting. Film and TV have always played a huge role in my life. Yet the thought of actually getting the opportunity to be a part of it someday, I can't say the idea ever crossed my mind. There's no doubt I've always had a burning desire to create. From large objects constructed out of cardboard, paper, or wood, to short films and movie trailers, stories and scripts, I'm always doing something. The only problem was I didn't have a place, an environment that actually allowed me to flourish in these areas during middle school. It's strange because from the time I was first old enough to go to school to when I was 11 years old, I was in a place where my creativity was appreciated and welcomed. I went to a Montessori school that gifted me the freedom and the tools to be able to build extraordinary things. At that school, being creative was not a privilege, it was a right. However, that all changed when it was time for me to go to middle school. I was plucked from my safe, accepting conditions and thrown into an abyss of mindless uncreativity. The middle school I attended was just like your average, everyday public school. There really wasn't anything all that special about it. The freedom I once had to express myself was all but partially gone. The liberation I felt after finishing a project didn't feel special anymore. Every project I did was only because the school demanded it, because I needed to get a good grade. Nothing else seemed to matter other than the grade I got. It was no longer about building something beautiful. It was no longer about sharing ideas with others. It was no longer about creating something just because you wanted to. I just did what the teacher asked of me. Nothing more, nothing less. I no longer had the drive to fabricate a masterpiece. I thought, what's the point? Nobody's here to appreciate it anyway. I didn't even know if I'd be there to appreciate my own work anymore. In 7th grade, I made the choice to join the school's drama program. I grew to love the work I did in that class, but still felt like I was missing something. The people around me working alongside me in that class didn't really care about the work. None of them ever took it seriously, and it felt pointless to try because clearly none of what we were doing mattered to them. I wanted so desperately for people to simply care. In 8th grade, I lost hope. I became just like everyone else. I stopped caring, and it made me miserable. I felt trapped, alone, worthless. The scary part is when my mom spoke to me at dinner one night, telling me about another option, I said no. I wanted to just be like everyone else, stay in the district and move on to the high school that all of my friends would be attending. My mother's response was, "Don't limit yourself." That statement stuck with me. I started to wonder about what that could mean. The more time I spent with the kids at school, and the more time I wasted on frivolous projects working with people who didn't care, and not learning a single thing, the more I realized that I needed to get out. And this new school was my chance to do that. So I took what my mom said to heart, and I chose to not limit myself. I applied to California School of the Arts, San Gabriel Valley, and I was accepted. The joy that I felt, the feeling of finally having accomplished something after so many years of feeling like I was just wasting time, it was indescribable. I was terrified of starting over, but I also knew that it was exactly what I needed. I couldn't believe how accepting this new school was to me. Within the first week of attending it, I was already calling it my second home. It's only been a year, and I've learned so much and met so many incredible people. It feels so nice to have creative freedom again. It feels so nice to have a safe space where I can truly just be myself and not be held back by my opinions, ideas, sexual orientation, gender identity, and so many other things that define who we are. I have so much love and admiration for all the people at this school. I cannot even put into words the amount of appreciation that I have for the amazing staff, students, and teachers who make every day brighter. So, to the graduating class of 2020, while I still have a lot to learn, the one thing I can tell you is this: do not limit yourself. When you're given opportunities like the one I was given, even if it seems terrifying, don't let your fears get in the way. Give yourself what you deserve. You all worked so hard to get where you are, and I know all of you will go places better than you have ever dreamed. And while this year hasn't exactly been ideal, you are all pushing through it, and I know every single one of you will emerge even stronger than before. Use that strength, your drive, and your passion and create. Create huge monuments. Create complex emotional stories. Create the most gorgeous set for any show on Broadway that anyone has ever seen. Create a song that speaks to people. Create a melody that inspires people. But most importantly, create opportunities for yourself and use those opportunities to bring people up. That is what the school is doing for me, and I sure hope it has done the same for you.
The next part of our virtual awards ceremony are the Director's Awards, given to both middle school and high school students in all 10 of our conservatories. To start us off, may I introduce you to the Chair of Dance, Mrs. Allison Hennessy.
Good evening. My name is Miss Hennessy, and I am the Chair of Dance. I oversee both the classical and contemporary dance and commercial dance conservatories. To begin, I will be awarding our Director's Awards to students in the classical and contemporary dance conservatory. Our first dancer is a true joy to be around. She works incredibly hard and has grown immensely over the past few years. I've come to rely on her heavily in different capacities, and I can't help but always want to be around her because she brings such a smile to everyone's face. She truly is one of a kind. The Director's Award for High School for Classical and Contemporary Dance goes to Mia Castleegg. Our next dancer is a middle school student who has been with us for the past 2 years. She is a beautiful dancer and mature well beyond her years. She is an absolute joy to work with, and I know that she has a bright future ahead of her, and I can't possibly wait to see what's in store for her in the years to come. Our Middle School Director's Award for Classical and Contemporary Dance goes to Charlotte Stratford. Our next dancer is talented, ambitious, and a true go-getter. I've watched her take on every opportunity presented to her with grace and professionalism, and I've truly been impressed. Our High School Director's Award for Commercial Dance goes to Michaela Guthrie. My final Director's Award goes to a middle school student who never stops striving for her personal best. Day in and day out, she is one of the hardest working dancers in the studio. I am constantly inspired by her work ethic and her growth. The Middle School Director's Award for Commercial Dance goes to Camila Leyva.
Good evening. My name is Judd Williford. I am the Chair of Theater at the California School of the Arts, San Gabriel Valley. I am in charge of the Acting Conservatory and the Musical Theater Conservatory. Right now, I am honored and delighted to present two of our Acting Conservatory students with our Director's Awards, one from our middle school program and one from our high school program. In our Acting Conservatory, we believe in the power of story, and we believe in order to execute that power of story to its fullest, it requires 4 core values, that of collaboration, compassion, integrity, and ensemble. And I believe both of these recipients tonight embody and exemplify these traits. First, from our middle school, I would like to congratulate Roxana Q in receiving the first award. And from our high school program, I would like to honor Avery King with this award. Again, both of these are shining examples of how to be a collaborator, a great castmate, someone who believes in the truth in storytelling and believes in their authentic self as a way and tool to tell a story. Congratulations.
Hello, Mr. Blaylock here. This is the Director's Award for Middle School Creative Writing. I met this student 2 years ago when they came to the conservatory. They were passionate. They had a unique perspective about the world. In fact, they were so passionate and unique, I admittedly had trouble understanding who the student was. And maybe that's because I'm not in middle school, but whatever the case, I have watched this student grow into a respectful and kind human being over the last 2 years. And has really amazed me in their talent and their generosity in the world. This is the type of student who will stay afterwards at events and help clean up and have intelligent conversations with the adults in the room. They genuinely want to be a part of something bigger, and that is what creative writing is all about. It's using your voice and who you are to be a part of something bigger. And it gives me great pride to present the Middle School Director's Award in creative writing to Mr. Sidney Tsai. This next student is an amazing writer. Her creative writing teachers are continually amazed at how advanced her writing is at such a young age. She has a beautiful author voice that is almost hypnotic in the most wonderful of ways. And on top of all that, she is one of the most kind-hearted and respectful people I know. And I say people because I'm not just talking about students. She may be quiet in class, but her voice is anything but quiet. Her power and presence as a writer is loud and awesome, and someday the world is going to know her name. I am so proud to present the Creative Writing Director's Award to Quinn Davis.
Hi everyone. This evening, I have the honor of presenting 8 Director's Awards for the Instrumental Music Conservatory. We have 4 programs, the Winds and Jazz program, Strings and Orchestra, Piano, and Guitar programs, and we offer an award in each program at both the middle school and high school level. First, our middle school awards. In the guitar program, when I first heard this student play, I was incredibly impressed by her poise and maturity at such a young age. She has become a quintessential part of the guitar program, and her lively personality is a joy to see in our conservatory. Please join me in congratulating Kayla Rigo. Congratulations, Kayla. In the piano program, Dr. Cook says that this young lady is always prepared, consistently practices, and is a very mature musician for her age. She also does really well at solo competitions. She certainly has a bright future and is a joy to have in the piano program. Please join me in congratulating Michelle G. Congratulations, Michelle. In the Strings and Orchestra program, this young lady plays cello with a passion and very sound technique. This year, in her ensemble placement audition, she played one of my favorite contemporary works written for the cello, and she absolutely nailed it. This year, she's also done a showcase performance for a preview day and is the first CS Arts middle school student to make it into one of the California All-State ensembles. Please join me in congratulating Phoebe Mack. Congratulations, Phoebe. In the Winds and Jazz program, this student is the epitome of perseverance. Music takes a lot of perseverance, and this attribute will serve her well in the future. She always exhibits a great work ethic. She's a great communicator and one of the kindest individuals in our conservatory. I never doubt that she will put in the work to get where she wants to be. Please join me in congratulating Sienna Bayunco. Congratulations, Sienna. Now on to the high school awards. In the guitar program, this young man is incredibly quiet, but when he speaks, his words are kind, respectful, thoughtful, and can brighten anyone's day. His work as a guitar teacher in the Dragon Kim Foundation program has impressed me beyond belief, and he plays his instrument with brilliant passion. Please join me in congratulating Justin George. Congratulations, Justin. In the strings and orchestra program, recently, this young lady reminded me of a great story when she won a spot in our all-school musical pit orchestra, beating out some of the students that sat in higher chairs than she did in our orchestra. While I knew her to be a shy student when she first came to us, she has now become a confident young woman. She's a principal player in our orchestra and someone I can now rely on for sassy comments in orchestra rehearsals. Please join me in congratulating Tiffany Chang. Congratulations, Tiffany. In the Winds and Jazz program, this young man was the first IM student I met on campus. While the new directors were working in room 100 before the school was even ready to open, he would ride his bike on campus and snoop around. Since then, I can honestly say that he has become my right-hand man, whether I wanted him to be or not. While there are many things that frustrate me about him, his creativity, his thoughtfulness, and his heart are what make him special. There is so much I would not have been able to do without his help, and I am proud of the young man he has become, even if he doesn't practice as much as I want him to. Congratulations, Jordan Spinella. In the pianist program, this young lady has an incredibly bright future. Her kind demeanor, her work ethic, and her will to succeed are only a few of the great attributes that make her the amazing young musician she has become. She has also been accepted into one of the nation's most prestigious music conservatories, the Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music. We are incredibly proud of her. Please join me in congratulating Cheyenne Zhang. Congratulations, Cheyenne, and congratulations to all of our award winners in tonight's award ceremony for the Instrumental Music Conservatory.
Good evening, everyone. This is Joey Ancona, the director of the Integrated Arts Department. I hope that you're all doing very well. It is my honor this evening to give out 2 Director's Awards to 2 students that exemplify all the things that we look for in a student at CS Arts and in the Integrated Arts Department. First, from the middle school, the Director's Award goes to somebody who is compassionate, talented, fun-loving, gives 110% on every assignment in every class. Every teacher raves about this student. Every student wants to work with her. Everybody picks her as a scene partner when they can, and she is just one of those students that has a spark, and I'm so excited to give the Director's Award for middle school to Melody Bernhoft. Our second award this evening goes to a high school student. This student was one of the first students that I accepted into the Integrated Arts Department back 3.5 years ago. And after meeting this student, I reflected that if this is the kind of student that we're gonna have at CS Arts, this is gonna be an amazing place. And I was totally right. This student is a leader. This student is extremely talented. This student steps up when need be and also knows how to be a good follower and teammate. She's everything that we look for in a student here at CS Arts. Anybody who's ever met her just glows when you say her name. And I'm gonna say it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Director's Award goes to Michaela Medina.
Good evening. My name is Judd Williford, Chair of Theater at the California School of the Arts, in charge of the Acting Conservatory and Musical Theater Conservatory. Tonight, I would like to present 2 awards within our Musical Theater Conservatory to 2 worthy recipients who exemplify what we believe to be the core values of our storytelling in plays, in musicals, and just in general, of collaboration, compassion, integrity, and ensemble. And without further ado, I am pleased to give our middle school award to John Paskowitz for his dedication and authentic self and relentless participation in everything that he does. And for our high school recipient, I am pleased and honored to give this award to Joseph Rosales, who has done exemplary work on stage and off in the classroom and shown a dedication to his work and shown collaboration with his castmates and his classmates in order to tell stories at their highest level. Congratulations to both of you, and have a wonderful evening.
Hello, my name is Abraham Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Production and Design at California School of the Arts. I have the pleasure tonight of presenting the Director's Award in Production and Design. This award is given to a middle school student and a high school student who have embodied what it means to be a designer, technician, crew member, and artist. When Ms. Newman, Ms. Nikoa, and I discussed the recipient of the middle school award, it became clear that there were actually two students who were deserving of this honor. Both of these students showed a dedication to their learning and stepped up to the challenges of their crew assignments. I look forward to seeing both of these students continue to grow as artists and hone their craft. The recipients of the 2020 Middle School Production and Design Directors Award are Maya Lawrence and Evan McIntosh. The High School Production and Design Directors Award goes to a student who is always engaged. She seeks out opportunities to learn and has developed her own unique design style. She carries herself with maturity and follows through with any task that she's given. This year, she was the assistant scenic designer for the all-school musical In the Heights and proved her dedication, artistry, and technical prowess. The recipient of the 2020 Production and Design Directors Award is Elizabeth Dubrovsky. I congratulate all three of you, and I'm so proud of what you have accomplished this year. I expect to see great things as we continue on into next year. Thank you and have a good night.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Ma, and I am the director of the Visual Arts Conservatory, and I am here to present the Visual Arts Directors Award for middle school and high school. For my middle school award, the recipient has been part of our middle school program for the past 2 years. She's one of those people who exudes happiness and kindness wherever she goes. She's always there to lend a hand to her peers and to her teacher. She is driven, excited to learn, and always ready to be challenged. She's incredible. And her name is Han Lam. Congratulations, Han. Yay! All right, next, for my high school award, I met this senior 3 years ago. From the moment I met her, I knew she would be unstoppable. She is the proactive student that always wants to understand more. She is driven in her quest to learn and always receptive to new ideas. You can see in her eyes that art brings her so much joy, and it brings me great pleasure to announce that the recipient for the High School Directors Award goes to Lika Moniker. Congratulations, yay! All right, see you guys later.
Hello, I'm Catherine Powers, Director of Vocal Arts at California School of the Arts, San Gabriel Valley, and I am pleased to present the Directors Awards, first for middle school. The recipient of this year's award brings a calming presence and maturity into the classroom. She is attentive to detail and consistently asks insightful and meaningful questions. Her tongue-in-cheek humor, coupled with her earnest intelligence and staunch motivation, make her a wonderful student to have in class. She pursues her craft with a perseverance and a dedication. Not only is she a mature and talented singer, but an accomplished songwriter as well. I'm very pleased to present this year's Vocal Arts Directors Award for middle school to Lena Embry. And now for the high school award. This student is extremely intelligent, motivated, and a curious person who's excited to learn. Her compassionate and engaged participation is a major contribution to the learning environment in every class that she's in. She's a passionate leader who is consistently in support of the collective success of her peers by putting forth her best effort and encouraging those around her to be their best. She is full of vitality and eager to be involved, and she just radiates positivity. One of our student pioneers who joined the conservatory in our first year. I have watched her grow into a mature and thoughtful artist with a flexible and a beautiful voice. I am delighted to present this year's Vocal Arts Directors Award for High School to Emilia Jordan. On behalf of the Vocal Arts Conservatory faculty, accompanist, and students, I offer my most heartfelt congratulations to our Vocal Arts Directors Awards recipients this year. Bye.
Congratulations to these amazing student artists. Thank you again, directors. We now have a special George Washington Book Award. Ms. Shu, please take it away.
Our final award of the night is the George Washington Book Award from George Washington University in Washington, D.C. This prestigious award recognizes outstanding high school juniors who embody the GW drive and spirit, specifically with their academic excellence, leadership outside of the classroom, diversity of thought, and the ability to put knowledge into action. This year, we are honored to present the GW Book Award to Angel Ruiz. Congratulations, Angel. This award suits you perfectly.
And now, to help bring our evening to a close, we would like to share a special moment. Performing a selection entitled Home, choreographed by Jia Wang, please welcome the seniors from our School of Dance.
I miss you when I least expect it. I miss the way you feel on my lips. And I don't know when I'll see you again. I miss you when I least expect it. So when are you coming home? Home. When are you coming home? Home. Feelings are fleeting, but now I'm surrounded. Visions of you shaped into the side of my head. And as I sleep on the other side of the country, I wonder how it feels to be safe in the palm of your hand. And I just wanna go home, home. I just wanna go home, home. I don't take spoonfuls of romanticism in my tea, but this is not a love song, it's my truth I have to speak. Oh, you are so important to me, and I won't let you go. I won't let you go. 'Cause wherever you are is home, home. Wherever you are is home, home. So won't you please come home, home. Won't you please come home, home.
What a night. Thank you for joining us tonight. Congratulations again to all of our performers, our honorees, and our award recipients. And seniors, a major shout out to everything that you've accomplished this year. We bid you good night. Good night.